Hey, I'm Jacob with Utah Off-Road Adventure. I'm here today with Allen Gerber, the owner of Bonneville Off-Road Racing. And, we're here just to kind of talk about what happened last year and what to look forward to this year. Last year, Bonneville Off-Road Racing experienced some downfalls with having to cancel all their races. Allen was busy, he was burned out with work. We didn't have the volunteer support. The volunteers we did have got burned out. So unfortunately, we didn't get those races pushed, scheduled, advertised in time, and we didn't allow the racers the opportunity they needed to come out and enjoy the events. So a couple things that we're going to focus on this year to hopefully change that is we're going to partner up with some other race series. Some of you may have been familiar with the Harriman Enduro Cross that happened last year with the side-by-sides coming in and stealing the show. It was a great event. There's going to be some more of those this year. We're going to team up with them. There's going to be another shorter loop desert race in Page, Arizona. Page, Arizona, right?
Yeah, Page, Arizona. We combined in with the Sage Riders a month ago and had a great time. We're going to do it again in January.
So we're going to do that. Of course, we're going to do our trademark Wendover race in the fall, which is going to be an awesome event that's going to be open to the trucks and buggies. We're going to heavily focus on trying to lower that entry fee and getting everybody that wants to come out. But all in all, as a whole, this year the plan is to put on a full race series without having to take the load work of a full race series.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking at 7 or 8 races. By teaming up with others, we can have combined point events. We'll be teaming up with a new Enduro Cross series that's based out of Salt Lake. We're also teaming up with another desert racing series called Epic Racing. That'll be the race in Arizona. We'll be teaming up with the Sage Riders again, and we're planning on 7 or 8 races with the ability to drop 1 or 2 for if you can't make it to the race, if you have problems. We won't score every race if you're going for points.
That sounds great. So we're focusing on the side-by-sides this year, it sounds like. Our Wendover race, of course, is going to be invited to everybody. With the Wendover race, we're going to focus on a shorter loop in order to allow those less budgeted teams, less pit crew requirements, less fuel stops, and then obviously your family and friends coming out, a spectator chance. So with this mix-up of these enduro cross events and the shorter loop events, it looks like you guys are really making an effort to make this more of a spectator family sport than instead of having someone come out to the desert and sit there for 8 hours before they see the racer come by again.
Well, that's always tough. As you know, you've got a 60 or 80 mile loop. The racers are gone for hours at a time. That doesn't make it very exciting for the family, the girlfriends, wives, and kids. But if we go shorter loops and go more loops, we'll be able to have a little more involvement with everybody. You get to see more racers go by, spend more time being excited at the races rather than knitting a wool cap for my bald head.
So that's awesome. With out of this Wendover race, we're going to have these shorter loops. We're hoping you guys will bring your family, your friends out. Tell us about this poker run we're going to do beforehand and how everyone can get involved in that.
Well, the poker run, what we're trying to achieve here is give the families, give the wives, the children, the grandkids, load them all up in your side-by-side or your Jeep and drive around the course, about a 30 to 40 mile course, and it might be shortened to accommodate the poker run, but it gives the drivers the opportunity to show their family what the course is like that they're going to be racing on the next day, and have a small entry fee for the poker run and have some prizes and giveaways. It's a fun little adventure.
Yeah, I've done poker runs before in the past, and they certainly are some of the more fun events that we put on. Wendover is obviously going to be our flagship event, but it's not going to be the only points event for the side-by-sides. The point series is going to involve all the enduro crosses, and then we have another special race that I'm not sure we can talk about yet coming up in February.
I think we can talk about it. We're joint. We don't want to talk a lot about it. It's a combined event, and it's still in the works. But it'll be in southern Utah, warm environment, in Mesquite where it's kind of warm. So anyway, more details for that will follow.
It's happening. It's going to be big and it's going to be fun. You guys aren't going to want to miss that. So yeah, let's talk about the trucks and buggies at Windover.
The trucks and buggies, you know, it seems to me that all of the big organizations are catering to the high dollar trucks, the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 trucks, big money. And we've discussed that we'd really like to bring back the 9 cars, the 16 cars, the Class 11s, the old Volkswagen Beetle, the 516. We know there's hundreds of them in people's garages, and we'd like to get those out and focus on that group at Wendover rather than the high dollar cars. Make it more of a family-friendly atmosphere, and see if we can get those cars out of retirement, get them out playing again.
You know, we know a lot of those cars got put into retirement because of budget. So with the with the lower entry fee that we're going to have, you're going to be racing for trophy, guys. If you guys want to bring your Class 11 or your Class 9 out for that $50,000 purse, BOR isn't going to be the series for you. If you want to come out and race an incredibly fun race course at Wendover, which anyone who's done that knows it is, have a low entry fee that you're going to be able to afford, and just come out and have a good time with people. Everybody out there is a great crowd to be with. We'd like to see all those limited buggies. Now, this is Utah, Alan, and I don't think that we could do this video without mentioning rock crawlers, because they're everywhere in Utah. I know I certainly love watching those guys out in the desert. One of my favorite classes to watch run. Are we going to let them come out for Wendover?
I think we're going to have to let them come out, and we'd like to invite you. We've had you guys out there, and it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Sounds good. Well, you know, I'm certainly excited for this upcoming series. You know, with the mix of events, a stock side-by-side is going to have just as good of a chance winning the point series as a fully modded out UTV, because, you know, these enduro cross races. Another thing we should mention about that is, those of you that did see the Harriman enduro cross races, we are going to tone them down some. You know, you're not going to have to launch your Razor off a 30-foot roller in order to win that event, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. Alright guys, so you heard it from Alan. 7-8 races. We're going to split it up into the first half, second half of the year. You can drop one race from each half of the year. It's going to be a tight point run. We hope to see everybody with a side-by-side out there running as many of these events as you can. And trucks, buggies, limited classes, rock crawlers, we really hope you guys make it out to Wendover. Like I said, we're going to focus on lower entry fee. And you know, those of you that have been out know how much fun desert racing is and how addicting it is, and those that haven't made it out, you know, I hope you come out and give it a shot, because I think you guys will find your Jeeps are going to be built to go faster for the 2014 year.